What's up, everybody? I wanted to do a quick little follow-up video because if you haven't watched the submission video that I just did, where I was going over my my big Jordan submission. I mean, it's big. It's 14 cards, not that big. It would have been bigger, and I'll get into that in a second. Where I decided to go with SGC as opposed to going with PSA. And it's for a handful of reasons, and I'll kind of get into them. But two main reasons that I didn't go with them. Now, I was 100% about to put my submission in through PSA. I went on their website, I logged in, I put all the cards in, I looked them all up, put in the values and all that stuff, and then as I was going to submit it, and I was, selling some other cards to put some money together to send the submission in, I started to, I already knew that the prices on these were going up because I'm submitting some 89 fleers, some 89 hoops, actually not 89 fleer, 90 fleers, some hoops, some 89 hoops, some all-star hoops, stuff like that that's kind of going up in value right now. And I was putting in some, the estimated values, and I have a membership with PSA, and I was going to submit underneath the bulk. I think I forget what it's called. Value Modern is what it's called. I was going to submit there, and one of the things that kind of really stopped me. So I already know about the turnaround times. Obviously, everybody knows about turnaround times. It's, if you're going to submit today, just expect 5-6 months. And I'm okay with that. There's a certain level of comfort that I have with that. It's like, all right, I understand backlogs and all that stuff. But just as I was about to submit, I did see one point here that said, PSA is experiencing a high volume of submissions. All right, we get that. And as a result, submission processing times have been impacted. Totally get it, right? Guys they're the top of the food chain, and I understand that. Depending on the service level, it will take up to 12 weeks to enter your submission into processing, just to enter it. To check to see if PSA has received your submission, visit PSA because my account, click find my package. So the way I'm interpreting that is that it's going to take, 4 to 6 months for your cards to get graded, period. But it's going to take an additional 12 weeks, which is about another 3 months, up to 12 weeks, it says. It will take up to 12 weeks just to enter your submission into the process. I think that's my threshold. I have a pain tolerance when it comes to process times and all that stuff. And I can live with 6 months, honestly. I don't know that I can live with 6 to 9 months. I think that's a bit egregious. I mean, I think that's the best way to describe it. I think that's egregious. Anywhere between 6 to 9 months, I think, is insane. I'm not disputing that PSA is listen, I'm going to try to make this video under 10 minutes, but so we could go into the myriad of things that's wrong with PSA and why why I think they're just handling things terribly. But all I'm talking about is what I was going to submit, and the reason that stopped me from submitting was I paid attention. I saw that thing where it says, PSA is experiencing a high volume, and I just kind of didn't read the rest of it. And I was like, all right, I know it's about 5 months before you get your cards back. I get all that. That's fine. Kind of sketchy with the grades. That's fine too. PSA's king. These cards are. I'm going to keep the best ones, sell the rest of them. So the best chance of me getting my money back as a result, selling 8s and 9s to pay for the possible 10 that I may or may not get, which good chance I won't. But anyway, PSA is king. So when I saw that, I just kind of wrote that off. I said, all right, I know. Times are 5-6 months, no big deal. But then as I was kind of going through it, because I was taking some cards off and putting some cards on, I got a limited amount of money that I'm working with to be able to make a submission. And as I was taking cards on, putting cards off, and just kind of deciding which ones were the best ones to submit, I actually read it. And when I read that it takes up to 12 weeks just to enter your submission, man, that just kind of, that really rubbed me the wrong way. But I got past it. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. What really got me, and this would be my second time submitting to PSA. The first time only, I've done one sub already by myself. I haven't done any subs by myself. Both of the times that I've subbed with PSA, one was in a group sub where I got that trimmed card nonsense crap, which was ridiculous. And then the other time is when I submitted through also a group sub, the 386 Fleer Elijah ones that I have. Those are still out. I think I submitted those back in November or something. No word. We're almost 4 months in, and I don't know when those are coming back. If I can get them by Christmas, I'll be happy. But so, that's kind of the thing there. This is my first time submitting, trying to submit by myself, with the thing. And once I got past the experiencing high volumes, 12 weeks just to get your cards in the system, I said, okay, fine, whatever. I'll get past that. Then the next thing came on these declared values that I'm going through. And so, I went through and I was pretty reasonable on what I thought, the declared value was for these cards. I thought it was raw, So, some of the Jordans that I'm looking at, I'm submitting, raw, they go for between 80 and $100, some up to $150. So my submission for value modern, I have to do a 20 card minimum, and it's up to $199 a card. So I was like, all right, well, yeah, I'm good. And then I started kind of reading a little bit, just double checking everything and making sure, and it's not. According to PSA, the declared value is the estimate of the value of the item after it has been assigned a grade by PSA. We understand that you will not know the true value of the card until the item has been graded, so we ask that you form a realistic, educated estimate based on your own research, keeping in mind that the declared value acts as a maximum value for shipping and insurance purposes in the event that a claim related to the item. So we'll stop there. That's bullshit. That is not why they want you to declare a value. They want you to declare a value so they can charge you more if the card is worth more once it's graded. Now, my Michael Jordan, my Fleer, my 90 Fleer, Michael Jordan raw is about $150. If I get a PSA 10 in that thing, I think it was like $400. Let me see. I think it's like $400 if I get it raw. If I get a 10, 300. It's like $300-$400, something like that. Anyway, it's more than the $199 that I'm allotted. So if that happens, if it gets a 10 and they value it at at the market value, which is close to $300-$400, I'm screwed, because then my submission goes to what is it, the $50 a card, from what I've been reading, they will send me an invoice for the difference, and if I can't pay that invoice, mind you, I'm doing some creative accounting here to sell some cards and put some money together. I'm not made of money here. They're gonna send me a bill and tell me, hey, we're gonna hold your cards until you can pay this bill, or we'll send you your cards back ungraded, but you're still gonna pay the initial payment that you made for us to grade your cards. So I get nothing at that point. Much in the way that I paid $70 a card for the 2 cards that they said were trimmed, which was complete bullshit. And I'm out $140. That was it for me. I went ahead and deleted my thing, and went to SGC. They're $15 a card. The declared values that I put in there, I put in the declared values for what I thought the cards would get. 8, 9s, 10s. A couple of them I think they're pretty decent. I may not get any 10s, but some of them are 9s, 9.5s, 8.5s. I put in the values that I thought that they would be worth and submitted it. But nowhere throughout the process on SGC did it tell me that, if my card's worth more, I'm going to pay more for the sub. So I started reading and started doing some stuff. And, there's a bunch of people that are starting to jump on Better Business Bureau, it's just bad. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't put myself through that, 3 or 4 month, 5 month, 6 month wait, 9 month wait, whatever long it is. And then all of a sudden these Jordans skyrocket, let's say the 86 Fleer, goes up to $1 million, $2 million. Who knows where that can go? And then all of a sudden, the 90 Fleers, the 89 Hoops, the 80, those are now worth $1,000. What am I going to do? They're going to hold my cards hostage and I got to pay for them? I thought that was crazy. So that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. I went ahead and deleted it and everything, and I submitted through SGC. It was a little more, I paid a little bit more. I think it was $12 to do the bulk, but it was on PSA under the membership. But it was like, I think it's $15 a card on SGC. And they're estimating 60 to 70 business days, 60 to 75 business day turnaround, which is 3 to 4 months, 5 months. I can live with that. It is what it is. But I could not for the life of me submit to PSA. I just couldn't. I got some cards that I'm holding on to try to get in on HGA. I won't get too much into HGA, but some cards that I pulled kind of out of my personal collection that are mine. I'm a huge Rockets fan, as y'all can see, right? Hakeem Olajuwon is my number one player that I love. He's my favorite player. He's my personal collection, as well as Clint Capella. I got a lot of sweet Clint Capella stuff from when he was here with our Rockets, with my Rockets. So, and I got some pretty cool cards that the idea of HGA doing the card matching colors or team matching colors, I think is going to look dope. So I'm very excited for them to open up more slots. From what I've been seeing, they've been opening up like an additional 10% every week is what it looks like. So I'm going to keep trying. I got stuff queued up on HGA's website. Hopefully I'll be able to get in on some stuff there. But I just couldn't do it, guys. I could not submit to PSA for those two factors. I mean, like I said, I got over the wait time, but that I just couldn't get over that whole idea of them holding on to those cards for 5-6 months, the cards skyrocketing in value, and then them hitting me with an invoice at the end of it saying, "Hey, you owe us, $1,000 if you want these cards back." And I'm stuck like Chuck because I don't have $1,000, and and I just can't pay it. And then they send me back my raw cards anyway, like 9 months after that. So can you just imagine having your stuff tied up for that long, not getting your cards back? You're already waiting. And then, I don't know. It just seemed absolutely crazy to me. But I couldn't do it. So I went ahead and subbed with SGC. We'll see what happens. I'll do a video once the grades come back. And then if I do manage to get in with HGA, I'll show you guys kind of what I have submitting through there, which is kind of dope. I really like kind of the cards that I'm looking at. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I know you guys have really been heavily watching. I mean, my channel kind of went nuts the last couple of weeks. We've grown pretty substantially over the last 2 weeks as far as subs are concerned. So I appreciate that. You guys, a lot of comments in the comment section, so I appreciate that as well. The giveaway, I am going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to do the video on that, announcing that within the next week or so. So I'll be doing that. And again, yeah, I just appreciate you guys watching and interacting and listening and sharing and subscribing and all that stuff. I really do. So check out the video, actually right here or right here. When I do these front facing things, I'm a little confused. So I'm going to say right here, and when you're editing this, put the video right here. For the SGC submission, you can subscribe right there. And as always, I love y'all. Peace.